biggest, the part I would warn about the most would be like ground balls where second baseman has to really fire it over to first base.
Yeah.
You want somebody definitely who's
A
okay
rip up the third base line.
catching
That's
that.
gonna,
Yeah.
Yep.
it's gonna sting.
It's not gonna come off the bat too hard, but
I know,
like
and
I
it's
say,
such a
throwing
big
it.
area when it hits your hand.
Yep. I think you're on, sir.
All right, and bring the March 1st, 2016 meeting for Deerfield Parks and Rec Commission to order. First agenda is the meeting minutes from February. Do you have a motion, or anybody have any changes for it? Or if not, can we have a motion to accept?
Motion to accept as written?
Seconded?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Citizens' comments? All right, Hartford Brook update.
Yeah, I personally don't have much to report on that, so I didn't know among the members. The only thing I would say is for us to have a definite plan of what the spring is looking like in terms of the turf and the seeding and any of that kind of stuff that we're doing. So I think that's a lot of stuff that we want to get with the people who are doing it in the next few weeks here.
Is that pending the outcome of next Tuesday, probably?
That's what I was gonna say, we'll probably have to wait and see what the
Yep.
warrant article
But
is.
right after that, it could be done, and, you know, it looks like, I didn't want to bother anybody, but I was over there on my bike, I guess. And they went as far as it looks like they want to wait until the floor's poured to do any more. You know, because they want to put the doors in, that makes sense, because
Mhm.
it'd be nice to have the floor there, and it gives them more access for the concrete
So it's
and
all
stuff.
framed in,
It's, everything, the windows are all in,
roof's done,
and,
shingles on?
and the roof is done, and most of the siding is on, almost all the siding, there's a little bit more. And it looks really good, and it fits into, you know, Jeff's really happy, it fits into the development well, you know, it looks like the other buildings. And, so, you know, I imagine Sean's waiting, you know, he called asking about a door swing or something, said he was on the way over there, and after that, there wasn't any more done, so I think they're just probably waiting to do the floor when it gets a little warmer, and have to bring it to the field and compact it, and.
I think even that's waiting for the warrant article, and then we gotta figure out funding and stuff, so.
Maybe plan to have, after the results of that, have them come in for the April meeting and just.
And it
provide
could
a
be
good-
before the April meeting, too. I mean, that could be a meeting specifically on that project,
Yeah, so,
you know, at people's convenience and, you know, once we know that, and then just see where we are and sort of start making plans. Because, yeah, right.
Everybody's gonna get rolling, you know, once, of course, the weather's breaking now, it seems, you
Right.
know, so.
okay, we good? See how the meeting next Tuesday goes. 250 update.
So, Joe, you could talk, well, I have like a layout of the fairgrounds and, so sort of where events are. So, I'm not sure where these ones that are out here are gonna go for the most part, but the green stuff is both days. The pink stuff is Saturday and the orange stuff is Sunday. The fireworks are probably gonna be launched down there now, not out there, because some neighbors complained about embers or something. The parade route is probably like this now, based on conversations at the last 250th meeting. The bands will be here, both of them. There's a band during the parade, and then there's a band Sunday evening leading to fireworks. So we'll probably be building a platform for the band here and park a trailer behind it. You're pretty far away. We can talk so quietly when we're among ourselves. Can you, am I doing all right? All right. And then we hope to make this be a place for 18th century things. So, in fact, Dan called it this morning and said, maybe we should have, you know, the sequence of the way we've powered agriculture, you know, starting with oxen and horses and steel
Oh, interesting.
wheeled tractors and then more advanced tractors. And but there's going to be a quilting bee, and we hope to have somebody use feather and wedges to split granite and show how that was done. And I'm working with the Granite State woodworkers to try to get them here demonstrating early woodworking and try to get a blacksmith into the shop and, you know, as much stuff as we can do about that, as well as have the stuff out that makes sense for 18th century especially.
Do you have the blacksmith's contact information?
I haven't done anything about that yet.
Okay, I'll forward you.
Oh, good.
The one that has been at the fair the last couple of years.
Oh, great.
The other thing too, just thought when you're talking about woodworking, what about Jesse Remington High School? I know they've done timber framing demonstrations at the fair in the last couple of years. You know, I don't know if that would fit or not.
It would be great. One of the things I'd like to see is to have somebody showing how they squared up logs and maybe even show how the first house in Deerfield was laid out with a palisade, and those were just, you know, show with the broad axe and it adds how you prepare what you're gonna build with and make a palisade and stuff, demonstrate that, so that'd be really cool.
It would be helpful here is people can't see the map, so we could just say, basically the parade is cutting right through the fairgrounds from Gate G across to Gate C. Down by where the blacksmith shop is now and this farm museum is where the band will be set up and the early trade shows. Car show would be just off of Gate D with the truck show over by, I think that's where they have the demolition derby. That's a good
Yeah,
truck show.
the car and truck shows, as much as possible, will be in this parking area, this prep area for,
Which is the
the,
demolition derby area.
yeah, where the tractor pull is,
Mhm.
and the demolition derby.
Yep.
And and there will probably be a lot of cars on Saturday and a lot of trucks on Sunday. We got Dean Young and Doreen Shibblefoote are working on that. And then fire department demonstrations in this space, which might include constructing a small building with a clear front and showing what happens when a sofa is smoldering in there and how quickly it envelops the whole house, and then putting it out and sort of demonstrating that kind of stuff, as well as demonstrating their tools and stuff. The excavator rodeo on the horse show ring, and there's gonna be pony rides there on Sunday, and maybe a demonstration of horse jumping on Sunday. Right now, we're planning to put the variety show in the, on the circus stage, but we're also talking about moving that to Friday evening and doing it in the school. There's a lot of road noise here. There's just several reasons why this is a hard place. Plus, we wind up doing it when it's still daylight, and if we do it in the school, we can have lights and better control of the sound, and.
You said you may do it where? At the school?
At the school. You know, I just introduced that idea. They need to figure out, it's whatever they decide. The cornhole tournament is gonna be in this relaxation grove. That's both Saturday and Sunday, and that should work really nicely. We're all set on boards, and I have to make a couple. The encampments are gonna be in the amusement area, and we may have a World War II one as well, and the art exhibit in the Arts and Crafts building. And Tyke says he'd like to do the stagecoach rides around the fairgrounds, so that's on Sunday afternoon for 3 hours. We have a problem with figuring out sort of how do we do access to that, because there'll probably be a lot more demand for it than capacity. So we have to figure out how to, who gets to go on it, how you get a ticket or whatever.
Fireworks are Saturday night, right?
Sunday night,
Oh, they're Sunday night.
yeah.
Is there gonna be I see you got 5K road race, is that still?
Yeah,
Yep,
Okay.
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning.
So this is the layout of the events. So we have the stuff that's coming up on April 16th, the townwide cleanup, the chili and chowder fest, the beard growing contest ends, and the dig of the town hall outhouse. And then there's gonna be a garden tour in June, and then on Friday, July 15th, we expect a ham and breed and sulfur at the fire station, and then something that evening, and that could be when the variety show is. We could have a dance in the town hall, something we'll do that evening in the town center or at the school. And then Saturday and Sunday are on the fairgrounds, and You have the encampments and food vendors, we're working, that's all getting worked out. Parade's at 10 in the morning, and that's growing, the entries is growing. And then we have the exhibits, we're gonna have a long period of excavator rodeo practice. I've got about 20 people signed up for the excavator rodeo. There's a lot of, they're all from Deerfield. There's a lot of experienced operators from Deerfield or formerly from Deerfield, you know. Some have moved away, but like Chuck Marshall will come back from Arizona. And the quilting bee, the art exhibit, all that. We'll have the antique and classic auto show that day. Some of them, like, we'll have a parade of Model Ts and maybe Model As and some World War II vehicles, all kinds of stuff like that will be in the parade as well. And the tournament, the corn bag toss tournament will be going on Saturday during the day. The frog jumping contest and children's games by Parks and Rec, probably on Saturday. And then the excavator rodeo is Saturday evening. And that's when, especially if the variety show moves to Friday, then Saturday evening is a really good opportunity to use the field, because it'll cool off, and, you know, it's people who want to do it, and there isn't anything else to stay for. But if the variety show runs, it'll probably be like at 5 or something, because many people will have been there since the parade in the morning. You know, so the last meeting, they were concerned about losing attendance. And then on Sunday, we have the reenactors and all that going on, and the road race in the morning, and then an ecumenical church service that's underway, developing that. There'll be a cemetery tour, I think, and they run on Sunday with maybe a van. The Historical Society is working on that. And then a truck show is planned for Sunday right now. The art exhibit will be open again. The Farm Museum and other history exhibits, I'm not sure when we'll have blacksmith and splitting granite or something. That'll be scheduled at some time. It won't be all the time, probably. And then a fireman's muster, perhaps. They're planning to do that. We'll see what we can pull off. The corn bag toss tournament will happen. The fire safety demonstration, the rescue equipment. We'll have pony rides in the horse show ring, and Wells Fargo stagecoach rides, and the old timers baseball game in the afternoon. And then in the evening, the cornhole championship. So the winner from Saturday against the winner from Sunday, the winning teams. And then maybe that's when the DCS band plays. They're going to play sometime. And then the Timberlane Community Band concert that leads into the fireworks with Stars and Stripes Forever or something leading into Cannon Burst. And then the music ends and the fireworks go on. That's the end of Sunday. So
Very good. Is that
that's as far as we are.
schedule online anywhere?
No, it's really, I mean, I just
Working.
made this schedule and then
Yeah.
presented it to the committee last time. We made a few adjustments. You
It
know,
will be eventually.
The stuff that's bolded is the stuff people are signed up to do, and the stuff that isn't is not, there's not really an owner for it yet. But it's, you know, it's getting more developed and more settled as we go. I mean, the parade is really set, the fireworks are really set. We're gonna do the excavator contest on Saturday unless we get drenched or something, and then move it to Sunday.
So if somebody is
The road race
interested,
on Sunday is on.
interested in something to do or be involved with, contact would be best
Yeah,
to you.
yep,
Okay.
yep, or deerfield250@gmail.com, or me, or come to one of our meetings. The meetings are posted and we announce them on Facebook, and if I know that anybody wants to know about it, I put them on email distribution, and then you get all our minutes and all our agendas and
Yeah.
all the accompanying documents and stuff.
Who's the old timers baseball game gonna involve? Was that decided or still up in the air?
Well, Howie and Dwight were gonna organize it, and now they're working with Joe. So, I don't know, what it, you know, sort of, Dwight offered to do it, and Howie got involved, and then they got connected with, so,
Great.
with Joe. So you know, you were talking about a couple of things. One is the obstacle course / mud,
Right.
whatever.
Right. Yeah, we're looking for a couple of different events, again, for adult types. And so a couple of things we thought of, beside the old-timer baseball game, was a softball game back how they used to play it, which was mush ball, or with a much larger gloveless softball game. So we thought that would be something kind of unique and fun that people would be into for the non-baseball crowd. Might want to do that, maybe more of the softball crowd, but again, something unique. And the other thing we talked about was doing some type of a obstacle course / mutter run, or whatever you call some of those things that they have out there now, maybe, you know, a fun one. Maybe more on the lines of, my mind keeps going back to like the Battle of the Network Stars obstacle course kind of thing, that we could have some different heats and stuff with that. So I've contacted a few of the people in town, I think that would kind of be up their alley, and they're all excited about it and want to help and help put something together with it. Jody, who does exercise classes for us, and Maggie LeMay, that everybody knows, who does classes, and some people that I know who have done the runner type of stuff in town as well. So, yeah, we just need to get together and figure out exactly what we want to do and how it fits in best to the layout and the schedule, but.
All right.
That would be
Everybody
really-
up for
that'd be
mushball?
really great to have something.
Yes,
That
my
looks
vote.
hilarious. What do you hit it with?
Bat, regular
A
bat.
huge bat?
Yeah, yeah.
All hands, no gloves.
Pretty odd glove to catch that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. In a basket. Okay. That sounds great. And again, the next occasion of any events is April 16th.
Which is townwide cleanup, so you're recruiting for townwide cleanup, and that's something that we could be involved in as a Parks and Rec also, is both recruiting people to participate in that, but we also need people to donate chili or soups of any kind, fruit salads, and beverages to feed the volunteers, essentially. That's what you're trying to do, is in the town hall, after the cleanup, is feed the people who, as they finish their cleanup and bring back their bags of trash and stuff, if they bring them back, you know, they can bring them back to the church. And then in the town hall, there's a good feed, and the police department is down there with bicycle helmets and stuff, you know, it's the spring, it's the start of that. So there's some safety stuff that goes on, and I'm not sure what else, I'm sure we'll be selling 250th stuff. And then at 12:30 or something like that, we'll have the judging of the beard growing contest. And get a weave into our beards.
April 15th, I'm
Take
gonna
them
do
down.
something with whatever I have. I'm in the creative category. I'm not going for the,
Color. For the length.
yeah, it's not gonna happen for me.
And then the excavation of the outhouse, and I think we'll have a GoPro, you know, on that, and so we can be showing it inside as they're doing it, and record it, and so we can play it at high speed and see what they find. So that'll be on that Saturday. So the things to help with are, you know, donating food, and the key person there really is Denny Gregg.
Same for
Karen
the
Levitt is
cleanup?
working with her. For the cleanup and for the food, it's really Denny Gregg.
Okay.
And if she got calls from people saying, hey, I'd like to help you with whatever, that would be so nice. You know what it's like to be organizing stuff, so. And then for the 250th part, Karen is the coordinator from 250th perspective. But that's not a volunteer thing, that's just show up. That's the beard judging and the excavation.
All right.
Yeah.
Good?
Is the 8th grade having their scrap drive that weekend too?
Yeah. Yep, the 8th grade metal drive fundraiser will be happening the 16th and 17th, probably. So definitely the 16th, and we'll probably carry it over to the 17th.
Maybe
So-
we should name it the 250th fund,
Eighth grade.
8th grade 250th anniversary scrap metal drive, and charter all the people out there collecting stuff to get all the metal they can.
That would be,
Yeah.
that would be awesome, because we were doing, we have done teams before in the past where we send adults and kids out in pickups to people's houses to pick up metal. So if we can do the same thing.
Why don't we
people-
add it to this schedule and make it part of everything we promote? It'll be on that. That'll also be there'll be 5 events instead of 4.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah.
What hours are you guys running?
I would say probably 8 to 4. It could be less than that, but we're gonna probably do it in shifts, probably have a shift, morning shift and an afternoon shift. So it will change.
All right.
How does it work? People bring stuff to you, you pick
People,
up?
people will bring stuff to us
Where?
across the street,
Right, okay.
and we'll have containers and stuff like that to break down and separate. But again, we should have crews that can go out and pick up as well. We're actually using Sign Up Genius to try and create a sign up for people for pickups, so we can kind of schedule them, so we know how much we have. But, if somebody spots a big pile of metal on the side of the road, or
You find stuff like, signposts,
yeah,
all the time. You find stuff like that.
Tire
yeah, we can
wheels.
definitely
How about old
coordinate that.
bikes that you can't,
Yeah,
Are you
we'll,
taking that
yeah,
stuff in?
we'll throw that stuff in.
Okay.
So, absolutely, that would be wonderful.
All right. We good with that? Try it again.
And the main contact for that is?
Me.
Okay, all right. So you can just make these decisions, that's great.
Yep, it'll be me.
All right. When you talk about it from now on, just say 250th in it, and then we'll make it be part of, and I'll add it to our list, and
Yep.
then as I start promoting
It'll be in
Thing.
conjunction with,
we'll
yeah.
do that with it. Okay, cool.
All right, scholarship.
Yeah, I just thought it would be good to get it on the agenda. I don't know if Julie has any information regarding it, but it just
Nope.
kind of hit me that, ooh, it's spring is in the air.
It's good you
Yeah.
thought of that. I know, every year I go, January, I need to get that on the agenda. But I will update the application. And I think last year we decided that we didn't want to go through Concord's common app that they do. We want everybody to submit a hard copy to us. So I will communicate that to the school, to Concord High, tonight or tomorrow. I'll send an email to them, and then I'll update the application, but then we just need to pick a date to have it returned to us by. And I think, not that it will necessarily go to a Concord High graduate, but I think we've been trying to put it in line with their awards thing, in case it is a Concord person, and their awards thing is usually the first week of June, so we were trying to have I think last year we had a cutoff of like early May. The way it falls this year, though, our first meeting will be May 3rd, which will be a little early to have it back by. I don't know.
Early?
You think, I can put an April 30th deadline to have it to us by April 30th,
Yeah.
March,
Yeah.
April.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
I guess the more time we give, the more time people procrastinate anyway, so. So April, I'll put an April
30th.
29th, postmarked by April 29th, and that should have it to us
For the
by
May
that
meeting.
Tuesday, for the May meeting.
In May, they have the awards.
No, they don't have it till June, but we meet May, so in trying to get us together, I
Yeah.
think we had that problem one time before, just trying to coordinate. So if we plan on May 3rd being the date, we'll review, decide, vote, and then, yeah. So I'll send I'll update it, and I'll send you a copy, we can put it in the forum, and I'll write up an article
Website.
for the forum,
Yep, on the town website.
and, our website. What else? We don't have the communicator anymore. Where else? We'll maybe I'll do a poster, we can post it around,
Post office.
post office, library.
Yep.
Okay. Is Mr. Mikes or the, Deerfield Mart letting us post anything in here?
No.
Still no? Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Julie. All right, Deerfield Hoops Classic.
Okay, we roll out on the 18th of March. We sold out in teams quite early. We had to actually do a few less teams this year because Easter Sunday falling in there is, we lost a big day of potential games. So rather than having it spread out even further, we just have a few less teams, but we could have had, without exaggeration, 50 teams. We have 31, but I had to turn away a lot of teams to fit into what we have. So we have 4 divisions of at least 7 teams in each division, including the girls' 5-6 division, which is great because there's 7 teams there, and again, I had to turn away teams, and that's a tricky division where I'm also, as a volunteer for the Boosters in Rochester, doing a 5-6 girls tournament. It's been tough to get teams for that division. So, yeah, we're good on all that. We do have a list, as we mentioned before. If I get a good idea of what the help at the door will be, then I can kind of go from there, plugging in some table help and any additional door help that I'll need. But otherwise, we should be good to go. And as everybody knows, the 8th grade is using as a fundraiser this year for the concessions, so they'll handle that part of it.
You got my email about when I was available.
Yes,
Good.
yeah, I think I plugged that in, Ken, to the written one I have here. But so other than any updates as we get a little bit closer, it's just a matter of looking at that schedule, anything people can do.
Isn't one person at the door enough?
Yeah, I think so. I think so because, yeah, I think in the past, we've done like player sign-ins and all of that, but we started doing, kids of any age are free, so they'll be on a roster, so it's just a matter of them checking, all the kids are gonna be free anyway, so
Right.
it doesn't matter if they're on a roster or not.
Right.
And then the adults come in, and that's really all it is. Selling, we'll have passes for the entire attorney, and then we'll have, stamp them in, whatever.
Okay.
So you only have one at the door?
I think so.
Could get pretty busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we want to double up, it doesn't.
Yeah, I'll take, I'll take anything,
Yeah,
people
pretty
can do to
busy.
put it on, but just to make sure that at least we're covered,
Yeah.
Yeah.
at
And
least.
then you sort of can't, you've got a cash box and
Yeah, you can't
like you
leave it.
can't go to the bathroom. It's like,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I think,
Well, it depends on what you have for people, too.
I wasn't
so-
there last year, but the year before I worked a number of shifts and it was good to have 2 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt if we can get the numbers,
Yeah,
get the
yeah.
people.
and then again, as far as the time goes, the weeknight games basically go off at 5 o'clock. Anytime after 4, people are gonna start coming. I know that's early, so if I say 4:30, that's great, and I can also help to kind of cover the early bird specials.
Before is better if you can.
Yeah,
Okay.
but the earlier people can get there, the greater, so.
All right. So food and stuff, you said's 8th grade, right?
Yes.
So we're just doing the door and
Yep.
just, but, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
For the outside, and then, we'll do everything inside the gym, of course, but.
Yeah. All right, anything else on that?
I don't think so. I think I'll keep you posted as we go, but, I think we're good.
I just wondered, any old business you wanna do?
No, I'm sorry, I didn't exactly put other items on the agenda, but by all means, this would be the spot for it, so.
Yeah. You want an update on the Red Sox trip?
Mine, my
Is there
personal
any
vacation?
Red Sox trip coming up?
Yes, there is a Red Sox trip coming up on Sunday, June 5th. We'll be taking Coach Bus down to see the Red Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays, and tickets have been up and going, and been starting to trickle in with some sales, so.
How much are the tickets?
I'm sorry?
How much are they?
It's $59 for the ticket and the coach transportation.
Okay, any other items? Anybody? All right, on schedule.
You like that, huh?
All right, well, if anybody has anything else?
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Good.
All right.